Hello and welcome to All on the Table RPGs. I am your host and game master M, and we are back for another session of Arc City Arcane Blues, the Goblin's Whisper. Joining me playing Jackie Masters, we got April.
Hello.
Playing Joe, we got Pixel.
Evening, folks.
Pixel is having some technical difficulties today, so you will not be able to see their face. But we got their character arc. We got some character arc for them here. And finally, playing Ash, we got Roxy.
Hello.
All right, so last session, the three of you did a bunch of hijinks regarding a baseball game.
Indeed, we did.
Um, Now before all that hijinks got to started, I do think I forgot. Uh, Pixel, you were making plans for Joe to try and sneak into the police station to talk with Benedict. Do you still
Wait,
want to
what?
go?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember
So I
that?
don't. Nope.
Okay,
I'm
well
sorry.
then we're not
Oh,
going to
I think
follow
that might
through.
have been Ash.
Was it Ashton? I really thought it was Pixel that you wanted to talk to the guy who tried to murder you, but maybe it was Ash. I don't know why Ash would want to. Ash already can talk to Benedict whenever
Oh.
Ash wants.
Yeah.
Uh, Regardless, if we don't remember where that was going, then we guess we won't follow that thread. Um, does anyone have any downtime they would like to do this? Like to start us off with?
Yeah, I have an idea for downtime.
Okay, Pixel.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cash in my last contact because I don't think I'm gonna use that anytime soon. So that
Uh-huh.
gives me 3 XP. But instead of getting 3 XP, I'm gonna spend 2 XP to get the 5 XP version of preparing equipment. So basically, what I'm thinking is that Joe is gonna like refill all the bottles in like her attaché case that she keeps around with her with like
Okay.
really good alcohol and liquors and all that, so that she can be ready for like in case something bad happens.
Okay. I need to check. What is the downtime for? How does that one work? Prepare equipment. Da 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 da. Pull 3 cards. Keep cards. Pull 2 cards from the chair. Down on the table. Replace one. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna get you. You got 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, or Strength. Oh,
Let me just
no,
double
I
check
don't.
what strength does. I think strength is like forceful. Yeah, forceful bonus. I'll still take strength. So
All
good
right,
here.
take that one down there, and you get to. You're taking the 5 version, so. Oh nope, I thought that said you kept 2 cards. I misread. It can just be used twice. All right. Anything for Ash Roxy?
Yeah, I want to um, do a research the facts move.
All
Um,
right.
I would like to go to Jackie and be like, Hey, you got like connections. Yeah, that's kind of your whole deal. You think you could help me figure out who left this like book at my door?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Can I take a look at it?
I mean, yeah, it's just like a textbook, right? It's like an academic deal on summoning magic. I mean, I'll be honest, most of it goes over my head, but it was kind of useful in figuring out how to pull off that scheme from the other day.
Um,
J-
so I just think this really does sound more like just to gain insight rather than a research the facts.
True, but I was doing it as part of downtime, so I thought I had to do it. I thought I had to do a downtime move.
Um, like yeah, I mean, downtime is a lot less regimented in this one than like say a Fortune in the Dark.
True.
So we're going to do it as we'll do it as a gain insight, and depending on how you feel about that, we can move into maybe doing a follow up research to facts with with the information you gained.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right. You should have your draw your starting card first.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what we got. We got Justice. We got the Four of Swords. And the Four of Pentacles.
I will draw 4 cards. Fascinating. What does Justice Reverse do?
You can't match it.
Okay, my check. Okay, in that case, this is pretty straightforward. I got, wait, 4 wands, Queen of Swords.
All right. So that is 2 questions, I believe.
Yep.
All right. What
Well, I
questions?
guess the most relevant question would be who controls the situation.
Yep. Yeah. Just to get to the heart of the of the question. So you're thinking about it, and who benefited most from who benefited from you getting this book? Um, well, the Benedict in your head now is significantly more powerful than he used to be.
Hmm.
So, honestly, with the information you have, Benedict seems like a likely candidate for the original Benedict seems like a likely candidate for who might have sent this to you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the second question.
Um, what's the biggest danger?
Okay, before I answer that, I want to ask you a general history question about Ash.
Hmm.
Has Ash ever dealt with any identities they've constructed being actively being in some manner hostile to them before?
Uh,
And if they have,
I mean,
how?
I uh, I feel like most definitely, right? Because they're always constructing the identities of like hardened criminals and uh,
Yeah.
like other sorts of dangerous folks. So I feel like it's definitely happened at least once before.
All right. Yeah. Then you definitely get the feeling that Benedict is trying something like that, and there's potential there for danger. It's not reached that quite yet, but he's definitely got something planned.
Okay. In that case, hmm. In that case, I want to change what my actual downtime move is.
Okay, yep, no problem.
I'm going to use my archetype downtime move, Absorb.
What
Which,
does absorb do again?
while you can easily construct and deconstruct a built-in effort, you can secret away the subject of your expertise into a small pocket dimension temporarily. This is the effect of giving you a small reserve to access in time of need. Spend time during the downtime phase to suck up matter, emotions, or whatever it is you construct and deconstruct. So I think what this is going to look like in fiction is uh, like creating like a wall around like a mental wall around Benedict in my head.
So in the little CD bar in your head, you like cast a Matatileado him.
Yeah, yeah,
For the love of God, Ash.
All right, are you gonna spend the 3 or the 5?
the 3. I don't have enough for 5.
Okay. You have a bunch of GP. You could cash in if you wanted to for the 5.
I can spend GP on this.
You could cash in the GP to get that 2 XP.
Oh well, then. Oh, let me look.
Or you can hold on to your 5 GP and then just declare one thing related to your power and make it true at any point during the session.
I'm just gonna spend the 3.
Okay. He makes a fuss about it, but you lock him away for now. And he is locked away until your next downtime, unless you spend 2 HP to set him loose.
All right.
But if you spend 2 HP to set him loose, you get a random card from the discard pile.
Yep. This is fun because I don't think this is definitely not how that move was intended to be used.
No, no.
Absolutely not. But it works so well that I'm
But it
so
does work
happy.
for it very well, so I do like this. All right, April. Does Jackie have anything she wants to do?
So I think this is another one that may or may not be a move. Can you make what is it called? Can you call in a favor like within the party?
What specifically are you trying to do?
I think she sort of saw what Ash did with the baseball player. Was it Steven?
Yeah, Steven.
Yeah. So she saw that, and like her idea is, what if I had like a pocket Ash and Joe sort of in my brain, just kind of, So anytime she's like, what would Ash do? Hey Ash, what would you do?
Okay, so that's this. I think this would just be your regular use of your power, and if the other two agree, well, if Ash will consent to you using their power, because you have to ask.
So yeah, I think it's just when she's talking about the book.
Well, I mean, didn't I already?
Oh yeah, you already did, yeah,
Oh.
because they did it. You did it once. And then you zapped the guy.
Yeah.
All right,
I
yeah.
think
So
still ask.
All right, then let's make. Are you going to ask Joe if they could, if you can make a copy,
Yeah,
of her?
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Joe would find that a bit weird, but wouldn't object to it. So yeah, go ahead.
All right, then let's make this underhanded check and see how it goes.
Uh,
We got the 9 of Swords, the 7 of Wands,
Oh, I forgot to discard on my hand.
and the Ace of Wands.
okay. So, sorry, what was the swords one? It's not like the label isn't showing up.
That
It's the
is
nine of
the
swords.
9 of Swords.
Ah,
Huh? Do the tables not show up when they're upside down?
I don't see a label, but only for the nine of swords. Strangely enough.
All right, I will look at that. Maybe I missed up labeling something on the deck. All right, we got.
So nice swords and swords. I just gotta check what the tarot cards do. Okay, so Emperor doesn't really do anything because it's an underhanded check. +1 on my next ally's action with the lovers.
All right, that is your full success. You now have a copy of Ash and Joe in your head.
Yay.
What does Jackie's Mind Palace look like? We know what Ash's look like.
Hmm. I Yeah, I think it's just like the speakeasy, like the Goblin's Whisper, but kind of smaller. Or it looks like the same size, but it's in higher. So
All right, yeah, it's got like that forced perspective to make the room look smaller. All right, that's.
I guess also it's just slightly emptier because like it's just people she's constructed.
Yeah. Yeah, right now it is just the two of them. All right. Do you have anything else anyone wants to do before we get into the session proper?
I've got nothing.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
All right then. Should actually pull up my notes. Those are helpful. Huh. I suppose that is how that would work. Jackie, you could now just basically at any time with also just copy Joe's power because even though you've never done that on screen before, you can just ask the one in your head. Because you know how their because due to the nature of being a charlatan, you know how their powers work.
Ah,
And you like
Which
seen
is
it
how
happen enough, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, is constructing and deconstructing identities powers paying dividends for just stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyways, moving on to the actual session. You you get shortly before opening, there is like you find an envelope at the door at just sitting by the door of the speakeasy, Joe.
Okay. Is it addressed to someone, or is there like a return address or anything like that?
Um, it is it has your name written on the back, and there's no return address or like actual stamps. This was not like proper mail. This was dropped
Okay.
here by someone. You do recognize the seal on the the wax seal though. That's the seal of the Leo crime family.
Oh dear. The Leo crime family sent me. Well, yeah, dropped off a letter for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think she gets into the bar. I'm assuming she's the only one around, or are the other two already there?
I think you would be the first to get there. The other two, so I'm gonna say right for right now you're the only one.
Okay. So in that case, yeah. She goes behind the bar and carefully breaks the seal to open the envelope and look at the letter.
Um, inside there are three tickets to. Damn it! What was the name of the play? This is a real actual play. But I cannot find where I wrote it down in the notes. What the title of the play was? Is 1920. Can I not find it now? All right. Well, here we go. The play to a play tonight called Three Live Ghosts, and a note that doesn't have anything, and just a sheet of paper that just says, "We would like, we would like a word, we would like a a word with you, with the three of you, peacefully."
Okay, yeah, I think I think Joe like carefully puts the letter back into the envelope, takes the tickets out, closes the envelope, and like tries to hide it somewhere in the bar.
Yeah,
And yeah, she just waits for Ash and Jackie to come in.
yeah. So like, well, a little bit later, the two of them come in, and you conspire, and you talk to them conspiratorially.
Yeah, pretty much. And I go, hey, so I got invited to a play tonight, and you're also invited. How does that sound?
I don't think it's great.
Out of character, is this at by any chance at the Civic Opera House, or is this a different?
Yes, yes. It absolutely would be at the Opera House.
Okay.
The Golden
Sorry,
Lion, I think.
Sorry, yeah, this would be at the Golden Lion Cabaret in the theater
Golden Lion.
district.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh,
Which Joe doesn't mention yet, obviously.
That said, you wouldn't know that the theater district. You wouldn't know that the theater district is primarily controlled by the Leo family.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, what do you say, Ash? You want to go see Three Live Ghosts?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like just about any play we could see in this town would be bad news for us. Do you get this invitation just like out of nowhere, or?
Yes, out of nowhere. Though you're probably right to be suspicious. It was sent by the Liu crime family, so
Yeah,
they
it
just
kind of
want the
sounds like
word.
they're trying
They
to
just
just like
want the
lure
word.
us into a trap.
Well, the way I see it, if they know where the bar is and they send us to a trap, like they could just have come in tonight.
But think about it. Here we have the home advantage. We know our own turf, and we'd have support. But if we go into their turf, we're kind of just on our own.
Oh yeah, but I'm not stupid. I'm gonna bring a bit of protection, you know. And you
Hmm.
probably should also bring something to protect yourself with. And that goes for you too, Jackie.
She nods.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I am not really a big fan of our mutual boss, and maybe this could be a good break. Just keep an open mind, you know.
I guess it couldn't.
I'm reminding other character that like Generva did like basically give the entire speakeasy a big debt out of nowhere for no real good reason.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, I guess gonna like. Okay, listen. Don't get me wrong.
Okay,
I'm not like
clear.
diehard loyal to Geneva myself. However, we kind of are like a known quantity, right? Like the two families, they know all about each other. They know we're working with her. We're gonna be walking into a complete like
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be your
everyone.
ordnance nest.
Everyone at that theater is going to be our enemy.
Yes, I'm well aware, but like you know how it goes. They're offering a word. It would be pretty rude to say no. And I don't really want to be rude to these people either.
Hmm. All right.
What what what,
If you're
what do
dead
you
set on
think,
going,
Jackie?
I will support you as your friend. I will come.
I'm also down. I heard Free Live Ghosts is just a good play, so that's also a factor. Are these addressed to us in particular, or
Um, they are just three tickets for the 3 tickets for balcony seats to the play tonight.
By balcony seats, do you mean like the main balcony or like a private balcony?
A private balcony.
Okay, cool.
Uh,
So that's pretty
I guess
swanky.
technically, I guess technically the term is box seats for that.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Joe leaves like a scrawled note on the door saying like closed for the night, and leaves hoping that it doesn't cause too much of a fuss. Oh wait, actually
I
no,
mean,
we do
you
have
do have your other
the other
employee.
bartender.
We should name
She
her
is no, we did name her Estella.
Estella, right? I should
Yeah,
actually write her
Estella can
down.
probably hold the fort. You're right.
It's like, I
She is
mean,
worse than she is worse than the furtive pygmy.
she's like, all right. She's like, okay. I could cover for the three of you, but before you go, I'm gonna need you're gonna need to make some vibes into wine. If anyone wants wine, I can't help them. Otherwise,
Oh, I already made a cask a bit earlier. How do you think I could convince these two to come? Implying that like she did manipulate the vibes beforehand to make them more neutral. Because definitely when she opened the what do you call the envelope, the vibes were really bad because obviously like she was thinking, oh shit, am I like getting blackmailed? So yeah, she filled the cask with those vibes.
so what you're saying is like there's a cask of wine, but it's very bad wine.
Well, it'll get you drunk, so that's what matters really.
Yeah. All right, then we will go ahead. Now the theater district is quite a ways away. How do you plan on getting there? Does one of you drive? Are you going to take the L?
Well, I think in this case, like for at the very least, like Joe is gonna like go back home, like dress herself up a bit nicer,
Right,
and
right.
then get there like probably through a taxi or something. Do they have taxis in the 20s?
I'm pretty sure they have taxis. That seems like a thing. Once cars
Yeah,
were mass adopted, you definitely had taxis because why wouldn't you?
yeah, or maybe like one of those streetcars, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
But probably more a taxi because like she can afford it at this point, and like she is like seeing that as like a big debut, so she does want to make like an impression.
Okay. What are Jackie and Ashton going to do to prepare?
Um,
I mean, I think Ash is probably going to ride the train, and while on the train, Ash is going to. Who would I have run into in the Leo crime family in the past? Or just anyone who's affiliated with them?
Um, let's see. Do we actually have any known people on the sheet from the Leo crime family? It doesn't look like it actually. Yeah, no, we didn't actually define very many people from the Leo crime family. So, I'll let you define me someone right now.
Um, hmm. We'll say in the past I ran into Gus Marino. He's like a sort of informant for the family. He kind of has like he's buddy with some of the higher ups, um,
Right,
and he
right.
helps like gather information on the competing families and on the cops and stuff. Uh, and I'm gonna try and construct his identity to try and like gather as much information as I can in my head on the family.
All right, all right. Page of Swords. We got the Nine of Cups.
Queen of Wands.
And the Queen of Wands. Move that up a little bit there.
Hmm?
I don't know if you can hear it, but my cat is going crazy in the background. She's like zooming around.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. I just realized something.
What'd you realize?
I'll ask. I'll ask after I finish the check. So I got the Wheel of Fortune. Wait, actually. Uh, I got the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Wands. I think that's the best I can do.
Well, do consider that the Wheel of Fortune can be used to change your hand.
Oh, can I play the cards while the check is still active?
I mean, for the Wheel of Fortune, I would allow it because that's kind of the
Oh,
point. Like you can discard your card until you have three cards in hand, and then use one of those cards. I would allow it basically. But then again, it's up to M to really say yes or no here.
Yeah, I'd say you can do that.
well, excellent. In that case, I'm playing the Magician.
All right. What does the magician do again?
If the action is using magic, it bumps up the success level by one,
Well, that doesn't matter because you already got a full success.
and it makes the magic stronger for the action. So I guess it's going to be an extra good identity.
All right. Yeah. What did you say this guy's name was again?
Gus Marino.
Gus Marino, and he's like just a general like information gatherer guy.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. It's like,
Also,
hey.
Pixel, is the Wheel of Fortune having that effect of Magic the Gathering reference?
Yes, exactly. That's 100% what I meant.
Took me this long to realize.
All right. Yeah. So you have made a guess in your head, and he's like, whoa, hey, whoa, okay, so you couldn't have just gone and found and talked to me. You had to like do this.
Well, I mean, ideally, right? You and I can reach an agreement because I'm gonna have to deal with a bunch of your folks very imminently, right? Uh, so if you can tell me the right things to say, so me and my friends don't all get murdered at this theater, that'd be like ideal, and I can sort of give you what you want.
Man, I'm going to be honest. I don't think the boss is have any particular interest in whacking you and your friends quite yet. The whole point of this is to basically see if you'll come when you're called, and if your participation in the enterprise is salvageable, or
Hmm,
if you're gonna have to be dealt with.
I see. That does make a lot of sense.
Like, and to be quite honest, right now, after what happened to your what happened to what's her name, the little green one, after what happened to her, when Benedict pulled on her, that the boss is that he was acting on his own, and caused a lot of trouble. Benedict knows way too much to be in jail right now. So if they could, they would like to get that settled. See if they could convince her to settle that quietly and not have to go to court with that.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So all things told, you don't have much to worry about as long as you don't go in there like swearing allegiances to Geneva. The fact that you're all still fully alive is going a long way to getting them to trust you at this point.
That's true. That's true. Still though, I'll kind of keep you over my shoulder just to be safe.
Yeah, I suppose I'll just wait here. And why is there why is there that very conspicuous brick wall over there?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, that's very reassuring. All right. So Jackie doing anything in particular to prepare?
I think so. I have a backup if not, but does anyone remember the name of like that one really tough guy that punched a bunch of ghosts in like session 2?
Was it the? Was it the? I don't think that guy had a name, but I did put a name on my like notes just so there was something. I think I called him Solo Otosh.
Mm,
Okay,
Yeah, that was the
so I'd
that was
like
the guy you called the favor in. Where yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
okay. So yeah, I think Jackie's in like a very nice suit and kind of the face of Solo Otosh. And I think she's either on the train by herself or with Ash if Ash would be down to like meet up before.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Spend your your two EP and take your one GP for using your signature.
XP, not GP.
Sorry, yes, XP, not GP.
All good.
And we will. So Ash and Jackie are on the trains. Which one of you has the better underhanded? That's probably Jackie, right?
It's
Actually, I guess that wouldn't be easier. That this should really be diplomatic. Actually, I still think that's Jackie. That's a 3 for Jackie.
2 for me.
All right, Jackie. Then you're gonna make this check. Six of Pentacles, the Star, and Six of Swords. There we go. What does the Star reversed do?
The star. The PC loses 1 HP and 2 EP.
Oof. All right, we will figure out how you get hurt in a moment.
Well, remember that HP is not just health; it's also
Yeah.
like morale and mental well-being and all that.
Yeah.
Ho ho ho!
This might help with the how we get hurt.
Mm,
All right. While you are riding the train, it's not even like a very conscious thing, but you just have this really uneasy sense that something is wrong. Something is wrong with the train, and since the trains are semi sapient, that this is like this is incredibly disconcerting. Let's go to those insight questions, though.
Okay. Uh, hmm. It's the second one that's bad, right?
I think it's the first one. Let me just.
Oh, right, it's the first one.
Yeah, the first one is the one you don't want to hear.
Okay. What changed the situation?
What changed the situation? The train is, for lack of a better word, the train is sick. Something is like infecting the train and making it unwell. Um, I don't really know if I could give you more than that because like you're not really someone who would like have like knowledge of like train engineering, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. That is fair. Uh, so, so I
So
don't know
yeah,
what the answer.
you are currently in like a living train that is infected with something that you don't really understand. I feel like that's the thing you don't want to hear.
She just kind of nudges Ash, just like, Mihati, our vessel, it's not feeling too well.
Hmm.
And
I
what's your
don't know.
second question?
Uh, what can be used to our benefit? And then like 3 question marks.
Well, for some reason, the train has in like its not not really fully communicative manner is like mentally reaching out to you. That's how you figured out that it's sick. Um, you ever want to try asking to borrow a train's power?
Sorry, what was that?
You ever want to you ever consider asking a train nicely if you could copy its power?
You
You've
know, I
never really
had.
talked to a train before.
I did forget the trains were alive.
I think she'd wait till they're like on their way out, just in case.
Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, you were going to tell Ash about the train.
Um, I think Jack has kind of decided that Solo was a pirate just because, like, that whole that whole adventure seemed very seafood. It's just, this vessel, she's not feeling too well, but she's willing to cooperate with us. It would seem.
Well, I mean, that's good. Whatever gets us there, I guess.
Sorry, what was that?
I mean, like if we can get there,
Yes, yes. Does it seem like we'll get there?
Oh yeah, no, you will definitely get here. The train is not like dying in this moment, but it is not well.
Okay.
It's in moments like these that I wish I watched Thomas the Tank Engine as a kid, so I could make like jokes. But unfortunately, I don't know the personalities of any of the trains, so sorry.
All right, so yeah, the train does make its way to the station to the your stop, and just gonna get off.
Uh, how crowded is the train?
Um, like there's like a couple people on the car you're on. You like don't really know about the rest of the train, but it's not like crowded.
Oh. Uh, yeah, so in that case, I think Jackie does just kind of have a conversation with it, like on the way out, just like, okay, now listen, I'll come back for you and do what I can to help. Would you be okay with lending me a hand at some point, possibly in the near future? And just kind of taps the side of the door.
All right, this is going to be a diplomatic check here,
Okay.
and you got
What
the
would
fool.
what would taking the power from a train entail?
I have thoughts. So let's
annoying.
stop that. I don't want you to pop up the token screen. Why do you keep doing that today? You've never done that to me before. No, it flipped so nicely, and then just kept going. There we go. Very good. All right, what do the sun and the fool do? The sun, if this card is matched, the PC loses access to magic for until 2 checks are made or the scene ends. Because this is the end of the scene, I'm going to say it's going to be the 2 checks, not the end of the scene, just so it actually does something. And the fool, you are right near the.
Oh, okay.
And you will take 1 HP even on a complete success.
This is kind of putting you between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is very good. Hmm. Some normal calls. Yeah, I guess I'll. Yeah, I guess I'll match the ones I can.
Also, don't forget the XP, right?
Oh yeah, I've done the 2 for the upside down face card or
Okay.
upside
Okay.
down major arcana, and then it's also 1 for a mixed success, or is it
No,
only
it's,
failure?
it's
All
it's
right.
strenuous and failure to get XP for.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so we got a mixed success here. So you do feel like the train agrees, and you feel you feel like the little transfer of energy you get when you usually ask when someone usually agrees to lend you their power. But also, this one is significantly more forceful than usual. Um, so you don't have your access to while you don't have access to your magic again for the next 2 checks because of the fool. This is more because you were trying to hold the train's power back from immediately bursting out of you. Once you do get access to your magic again, you have to use the train's magic before you could use any of your other ones.
Oh hell yeah!
Okay.
I'm not
The
telling
the
you what the
shield.
also I'm not telling you what the train magic is until you use it.
Oh, I love this.
Also, is that I cannot cast any new spells, or is that any spells that maybe I was currently casting? Uh,
Okay, so you still have access so you still are under the effects of the Queen's Masquerade. You still look like
uh,
Solo. But you cannot use any new magic until then.
okay.
Um, yeah, and I don't think your knack is actually a spell. That's just something you know how to do. You just know how to tell when people
Okay.
are lying. All right, so the three of you make it to the Golden Lion Cabaret. Oh, don't forget to you did take a hit point in there because also I'm just going to say it. That's from the overwhelming power of the train magic.
Mhm.
Yeah, what you make it there. Jackie looks a little shaken, but
I think like at this point Joe like spots Ash and Solo and go and like goes to them and it's like, hey Ash, hey, why is Solo with you?
Oh, it's Jackie. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gotcha. Um, I would mention that in this like outfit, she's wearing like kind of like an androgynous sort of thing. Like it's like half suit, half dress,
okay.
and she does have a purse with her, but not like an attaché case full of liquor. So instead, like she has like a flask of powerful liquor, we'll say, and her handgun in her purse, but not really a lot more else. Well,
All
money,
right.
but the obvious, maybe a handkerchief. Alright, you folks ready?
Speaking of that, Jackie and Ash, are you two bringing your guns?
Uh, I probably got it on me.
Okay.
Same. Same.
All right. You go into the theater, and you are stopped by we're stopped by by a man in I am forgetting the word. What is it? Is like one of those like red theater person uniforms. I am
Sure.
usher. Thank you. How did I forget the word usher? Just completely left my brain. Anyways, yeah, you were stopped by an usher as you come in. He's like, "Oh, your box has been your box has been prepared, but we do have to request you leave any weapons or arcane focuses at the door."
Joe like looks a bit disappointed, opens her purse, and pulls out a fairly big handgun and hands it to the usher, and she goes, "Okay, but take care of it, you know."
Of course, they will be. He gestures over towards towards a. He takes you over to a desk, pulls out a large wooden box, puts your gun in, unlocks it, and then puts your gun inside. It will be right here. I will even provide you with the key so that you understand that we have no intention that no one can touch your gun until you come back to claim it.
That's sweet. Thank you so much.
Did you have,
And yeah,
wait, the box is still waiting with the box open expectantly for the two of you.
Um, I think. Hmm. I mean, presumably, Ash is like not Ash. Wherever Ash has it on their person is like not immediately visible. So I think Ash is going to try and play it. It's like, oh, I didn't bring one. Don't worry.
Okay, and what's Jackie doing?
I think Jackie kind of tries to, while they're checking Ash, sort of subtly pass it over to Josephine.
Okay, then I'm going to. Those are going to be a. That's going to be a two separate underhanded checks. Let's start with Jackie's. All right. 10 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, and King of Wands.
Good.
oh, did we lose? Okay, no, never mind.
No, we're all still here.
Do you have
Okay.
other cards, April? If not, I can help with this one. I think
Uh,
since I'm involved,
Yeah, you are involved. You could.
if you want me to help.
uh, yeah, if you could, just because like I've got sort of two. Oh, I've got two face cards, so I'll spend one. I've got two
Okay.
that I can't really like use the effect of. So
Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, I want to keep down for later. Yeah. Actually, the one card I have, I want to keep, so I will.
okay,
I will not help. Sorry.
no problem. There you go.
Right, what? So the Hierophant and Temperance, I don't think. Right, that's not erudite, so that doesn't matter. And Temperance, what does Temperance do?
every ally of Jackie's heals too, but I don't think me
I
nor
think Jackie's the only one who has taken damage.
so a bit useless, unfortunately.
All right, yeah, you managed to slip Jackie. Jackie manages to slip Joe her gun, and let's see how Ash manages to keep their cool about having one hidden on their person. That's an 8 of cups. The Hermit. And the High Priestess.
Which stat is this?
Underhanded.
Underhanded.
The news is you can match the High Priestess because the stat actually matches for once.
Oh, perfect. What's the hermit do?
And let's see what the Hermit does.
The
Hermit,
player
Hermit,
must
Hermit.
ask an insight question. They will not like the answer.
All right.
Um, we got 6 of cups. Got king of cups. We got knight of wands.
All right, that is a full success. What is your question?
Um, hmm.
This is gonna be really good.
Also, 2 checks have been made. You may now at any point in time use the train.
Yeah.
You may embody Thomas.
I guess the question would be, what's the biggest danger?
See, I like that question because no matter what I answer, the answer is always going to be one you don't like. Um, so you don't necessarily understand why in this moment, but the biggest danger is something going on inside of Jackie right now.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess if Ash is just like kind of side eyeing Jackie, like, huh?
Uh, um, actually, I'm going to give you a little bit more on that. You managed to like have like a brief flash of the copy of you within Jackie. They're not in Jackie's old mind palace, regular mind palace anymore. That looks like the speakeasy. They're on the L train now.
Huh, that's weird.
But at least you get to go on with your gun, I assume.
Yeah, at least you still have your at least you managed to convince him. Yeah. All right, yeah. Remember that. We heard about that. You lost it in like when you were fighting down inside the docks.
Why did you hear about that?
We hear a lot of things.
At that point, Ash like shows their gun just like to prove they still have it. I'm kidding. It would be funny though.
Anyways, the three of you are escorted up to the box seats. There are there are six chairs up here. They're all empty right now. It's like, oh, you may take your seats. The bosses will be here to have a word with you during intermission.
Splendid.
Enjoy enjoy the enjoy the show.
All right.
We'll try.
So once the usher leaves, I think Joe like looks at the two of you and goes like, "All right, you really need not to blow this thing. This could be great. This could be really big and really good for us."
Oh, okay. I thought. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm. Listen, I'm ready for whatever happens.
I thought we were just looking to survive.
Listen, if this goes well, we're not just gonna survive. We're gonna thrive.
Glad to hear it.
Joe is really thinking this is going to go well, and I'm like 80% sure this is not going to go well. But that doesn't dampen their excitement.
All right. Are you actually trying to watch the play, or what are you going to do for like the next hour or so? Next hour or so.
Joe, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, I think I should probably just like watching the show, but keeping alerts up, you know.
What about Joe and Jackie? What are you two doing?
Joe is also gonna watch the show, but like Joe is like extremely nervous at this moment, so she's not like super enjoying it as much as she could if she had like a clear mind. But you know, she is like trying to pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jackie's like really alert for kind of the first like maybe 10, 15 minutes, and then kind of assumes like nothing's happened yet, nothing's gonna happen, and I want to see the play.
Okay, so a follow up question. How old are your respective characters?
I didn't think how old Joe was. Come back to me.
I believe I mentioned Ash's age is like ambiguous. Like people can't tell if they're like 21 or like 35.
Okay, and Jackie?
I
feel
think
like
Jackie's
Jackie's
like
pretty young.
yeah, I think like I think like 21.
All right, have you come to a thought there, Pixel?
Yeah, I think Joe is like in her mid-30s, so maybe like 35, 36 in that like area.
Okay. So all right. So while your age is Ashley's age is physically ambiguous, I do need to know where were you during World War One? Where were you during World War One? That wasn't that long ago.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean like okay, what I had in mind for for Ash's backstory is that they lived in rural Illinois until like relatively recently, like a year or two ago, where they moved to
Okay.
Chicago. So presumably like just like kind of chilling on a farm.
All right. So you were So Jackie was too young. Jackie definitely was not overseas. You were gonna say Ashton wasn't.
Yeah, Planet Fighting now.
Okay. And yeah, what was Joe doing? Were you just up in Montreal, or were you overseas?
No, I think Joe was like in Montreal back then. Probably like trying to like stay afloat while a world war was happening.
Mhm.
I don't think they had. Actually, did they have like a conscription of like female soldiers in the Arc City's timeline? I don't know
That
how
would be
like
up to you.
equitable they were. Because like if there was a conscription, like if she got like drafted, she would probably have fought in World War One. But I don't really see that as being a thing that happens. So I'm not sure. Because I
Um,
do know there was a draft for World War One in Canada. That was like a big
there
deal.
was because we did have we did have conscription in for both world wars in Canada. Yeah. I just need to not being put on the spot as like, oh hey, did magic make them less sexist?
Yeah, that's the question.
Uh, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to say it probably didn't.
Okay, cool. So yeah, she was not drafted. She probably helped the war effort back home.
Mhm.
Like a lot of women did, but she didn't like. She didn't go like fighting basically.
No, you probably did some factory work in the time then.
Yeah, more or less that.
All right. Then I guess the play is not the play about three World War I veterans who have all been legally declared dead trying to return home. Probably is not actually that overly resonant with you. Like you've all probably knew some people, but
Yeah,
it's not really the same personal thing.
yeah.
All right. Before we go into our intermission, I will just read give you the base summary of the play before the summary as presented by Wikipedia for what happens. Uh, the story follows three soldiers who returned from World War One despite being declared dead. Two of them are English, one suffering from memory loss due to shell shock, and the other finding out that his life insurance policy has been collected by his mother. The third soldier is an American with personal reasons for wanting to be presumed dead. The trio must navigate the challenges of maintaining their false situations while dealing with various complications. So yeah, you have these three men who are trying to find new identities in a world that thinks they're dead.
That sounds really cool.
It does sound like a really cool play. And with that, I think we will head into our own intermission and ironically return when the play goes to intermission. All right. Hello and welcome back to All on the Table, the Goblin's Whisper. Um, Unfortunately, something unforeseen has come up, and we have to end the stream early tonight. So we are just going to go into our plugs for the night. Pixel, tell people where they can find you and Arc City Arcane Blues.
Hey everyone, you can find me at Pixel Bismuth on Blue Sky, and you can find this game at pixelbismuth.itch.io/ACAB. The game itself is going to come out on December 1st, so I hope to see some of you getting it. You can also add it to your wish list, it always helps.
Roxy, if people can't find you, what should they look for instead?
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing to plug. I feel like in this scenario, I'm not gonna hold us up longer than I normally will. I will be back with a media recommendation next week.
Okay. Anything for you, Jackie?
And that's same here.
Okay. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at M of Healy. You can find my podcast Battle the Blorbos on Twitter at Battle Blorbos Pod. Yeah, I'm not going to get into the everything about it right now because yeah, I do have to be going. So thank you for watching and good night.